It finally happened. The first time ever when a WWE game released, it went trending on Twitter, but for the wrong reasons. What's going on, everybody? TonyPizzaGuy here, back again with another video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below about this video today. And boy, do we have some crazy stuff going on here tonight. So WWE 2K20 came out and it got a trending page on Twitter. Actually, I think when I woke up, it was like number 7. It might have been actually higher in the trends, but it wasn't trending hashtag WWE2K20. It was trending hashtag fix WWE 2K20. Hashtag fix WWE2K20 was trending on Twitter. That's right. United States trend. It was up there. Top 10 list. Fix WWE 2K20. There's a big problem here. And there's a huge problem. And if you played the game, you'll know there's a huge problem. And we need to talk about this. But before we talk about this, I need to get some stuff out of the way. I need to kind of explain a few things to you guys, be very transparent with you guys, and let you know all the deets on what goes on here. So, if you don't know, I'm one of the bigger, I guess, seasoned, maybe is a good word to say, WWE 2K players, WWE games players. I have a YouTube channel that people watch. So, what happens is that WWE 2K games, they actually invite me out to check out the game early, to play it. What they will do is they will fly me out. They will pay for my trip. They will pay for my hotel. And then they will let me play the game early, record some stuff. And then they invited us to go to SmackDown. And then they sent me the collector's edition, all for nothing, just to cover it on my channel and tell you guys my thoughts. Now, I will tell you this. Thank you very much, WWE Games. Thank you very much, 2K, for the trip, for the experience, for the game, for the footage, for me being able to upload to my channel and say my honest thoughts. And I will tell you this right away. 2K does not pay me any money, but they do give me the game for free. They do let me go on this cool trip. They do let me meet all these awesome creators who I absolutely love and created like a family together. And I really love that. We're like friends, but we're so tight. We're almost a family. So every time we get together, it's just like the same kind of cool thing. So I will say that. That's very, very cool. But I will also say this on the flip side. Per FTC guidelines, that's the Federal Trade Commission, it says that we have to give our honest opinions. We cannot be influenced by money or write a review on something that just is money related or like influenced by WWE or influenced by the game publisher. The FTC makes sure that is a thing because in the past, people were getting paid to say positive reviews about a game. And that looks bad for everybody because then we don't know what people really think about the game. It's not a good review and then it just sucks. So what actually is happening here is that we are able to give our honest thoughts. And I actually got an NDA that I had to sign when I got the copy of the collector's edition that said that right in there. We want your honest thoughts on this game. Now, that doesn't mean that 2K could not blacklist anybody that says negative stuff and say, hey, we don't want you to come to our events, because that could definitely happen. Has it happened? No, but it could happen. But there has been a lot of people that have come out with their honest stuff. I know Pulse did. I know Chris Danker did. I know Brandon Does Everything did. I know all the Vibe people did. I know Macho did. Like, we're all out here putting out our honest stuff, and we're talking about it. And then to wake up today on the release day of this game and see that fix WWE 2K20 hashtag is trending in the United States, and people are actively looking at how to get their refunds. People are posting videos on how to contact PlayStation customer service to refund this game. That is not a good look. And right now, as I currently make this video, 2K has been silent. They have not said anything about this hashtag fix W2K20. They have not said anything about this. We're coming out with the patch. We're doing this. We're doing that. None of this has been said. And here's what I will say. I played the game last night on my stream. I played for about 7-8 hours on stream last night. And I will tell you this. I did not have a negative experience with the game. And there's a reason why I did not have a negative experience with the game. And it's not because I didn't think the game had issues. It's because I knew what I was getting with the game. I went out to play it early, and I had a negative sort of experience there. And then when I play it here, I go, okay, so I know what's going to be bad in this game, so I'm going to stay far away from it. What I'm going to do is play the modes that I know are going to be good. Now, I wanted to play the Roman Reigns Tower mode, and I knew that Roman Reigns story tower wasn't going to be anything to write home about. It wasn't going to be amazing, but I wanted to play it because I wanted to capture the footage, and I wanted to upload it on YouTube. So I did that. It was easy. The dialogue with the Roman Reigns Tower was just written on a piece of paper. You could tell he was reading off a whiteboard or some notes or whatever, cue cards, and then you just play it, you beat it, and it's over. That's kind of all it was. Then I went and jumped into my career, and I played that. Yes, some of the dialogue's corny, but I kind of like that stuff. I really like the stuff in Memphis where it's like this weird dialogue, and it's like baseball stadium stuff. And it just reminded me of independent wrestling. And, you know, some of the stuff is corny. Some of the graphics aren't the greatest. But, again, I had an okay experience. I didn't experience, like, any game-breaking glitches in there. I know there was some glitches with it where people would play a fantasy match against Bret Hart at one point, and then the game would freeze, and then every time you tried to load, it would just never load the My Career, so you could never play the My Career. And that was a thing. Also noticed there was an issue online that people were having where if they would put a custom logo on a Create a Superstar or their My Player, they wouldn't be able to play the My Career, and it would just freeze on them. So that's another issue. But again, I didn't do any of that. I didn't experience this. I just kind of went and played through it and did what I did. What I will say about the My Career is it is kind of a jumbled mess. Some of the UI is kind of hard to navigate. The upgrading your character with the little thing, the abilities, and all that system it's too much. There's a mess. I mean, you just kind of click and play stuff everywhere and try to unlock it all. But anyway, that's besides the point. What I will say is that me playing, I knew what I was getting into and I knew what was going to happen. And so I had this predetermined expectation of the game. Like, okay, I know this sucks. I know this isn't very good. I know this isn't very good. So I'm going to stick to what I know is going to be entertaining to me right at this moment. And I'll play that. My career, yes, entertaining. The Roman Reigns thing is all right. I hear the showcase is crazy. I saw Pulse play it. He was streaming for like 9 hours on just the 2K showcase, the women's one. And then at one point he threw his controller. And man, if you see Pulse today, give him a hug. Tell him everything's going to be okay because that man deserves a medal for what he did. So maybe I'll play it. Maybe I'll have the same experience. Maybe I won't, but I'll make my own opinion up about it. One of the major things that I saw was online. One of the big things I like to do is when I stream, I like to play people online. You can't use custom arenas online. You can't edit the match rules online. You can't use custom match types online. And that is big facts right there that you need to have there. And it just kills online for me. Another thing is entrances. Entrances aren't available online either. Now, what they have done is what I think they're doing here is they're limiting the creation stuff. So create a match, create a arena, all that stuff. And then they're limiting the entrances and they're taking that off. Because what they want is that you can get into the game faster and you can play with a more solid connection because loading all this stuff, like a created arena and loading a created, all that created stuff, and then the entrances and then the match rules and all that, you're going to have it's going to take more of a connection to do that than just loading like the Monday Night Raw arena that's already in the game and on the disc and whatever. And then that just loads super fast and then you're good to go. But that's not, that shouldn't be a thing. We're in the year 2019 going on to 2020. We should be able to have this game like that stuff. I remember when GameSpy was the service for the WWE games. I think we had Create a Championship online. You could defend your Created Championship online. What? That was years ago on the PS2 or I think it was PS GameSpy, dude. Whatever GameSpy was. I remember that. And the fact that it's 2019 and we still have issues with this online is just baffling. What I wanted to do was use a custom arena online, and if somebody beat me online, I would add their name to the canvas and I would just keep updating the canvas. But you can't use a custom arena online or a custom show online, so it just sucks. And even the custom match rules is a big thing. I can't edit any of the match rules online in an online match. Okay. Another big thing was the create an arena. If you try to run a created arena, a created show in a Hell in a Cell match, it will just freeze, and that's game breaking. I saw that at the playtest, and they still didn't fix it, so it's just frozen, and you can't do that. That's one of the big issues I ran into. And then another thing was with create an arena, if you put some stuff parts for the stage and the lights and the Tron and all that, the mini Tron above it, you go and load it, it will actually move it, it'll look all weird. Like, it won't be in the spot that you put it. It'll just be in like this weird spot, and then like you'll have to go in and fix it. But then you go back and load it, and it's still in the same weird spot. It doesn't look good. So like the creation stuff just needs to be fixed. I hear there's a lot of issues with the creation, and I've seen a lot of videos out there about like just game breaking bugs, or like people doing powerbomb on steel steps and they disappear and then they warp in the ropes and like all this crazy match stuff. Like, I had a spot where I was trying to hit Jerry Lawler with a baseball bat. He reversed it, but then we ended up in the ropes, and then we ended up like halfway across the arena, and it was like a weirdest clip ever. I'm sure I'll include it in here, but again, it was just the craziest thing. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? What is the future? How do we fix this? What do we make it better? So I will say this, a great quote from Shigeru Miyamoto. A great quote from Shigeru Miyamoto, and I'll put it on the screen here. But if you don't know who Shigeru Miyamoto is, he's Mr. Nintendo. And if you want to talk about quality of video games, Shigeru Miyamoto, Link, Mario, all that stuff, you have to think about them and how awesome Nintendo is at making sure their games are quality. They really do. They are like #1 company at making their games look great and make sure that they play well, and like they're just amazing games top to bottom. And what he actually said, Shigeru Miyamoto said, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rush game is forever bad. And I will take that quote forever and a day for this game. Again, a rush game is forever bad, and a delayed game is eventually good. So just remember that. Just remember that. Just remember that. I know you want the shareholders, all the stocks, you want the PR, you want the financial reports to come in good for the final quarter and say, oh yeah, WWE Games helped us reach our goals at the end of the year. But it's like, you have to look at it, the bigger picture of the thing. You really do need to look at the bigger picture of the game and say, this is not working. When Ukes left, a big chunk of the game was gone. And you have to look at it and say, this is not working. This is not going to work. Something needs to change. And I don't know that they're going to continue to make a long-term license with 2K and WWE. I don't know how that's going to work. But I think 2K as a whole needs to realize that people are smart nowadays. People understand when a game is not finished. We understand when a game sucks, when a game is broken, when there's issues with the game. We're smart. We can research this. We can read it. It's not like the old days where you buy a game based off of the cover that you see at a Blockbuster, or you rent it based off of that, or you see like a cover in the store and you buy it, and then maybe it's not that good, but you don't care because you bought this game and it is what it is. And it's just like, that's not how it is anymore. People have this information. They see it before it comes out. They have people that tell them, like myself, who say, hey, this is not going to fly. This is not going to fly. This is not going to fly. And being silent is not going to solve anything. What 100% needs to be done right now is that 2K themselves need to come out with a big statement, a huge statement, a big apology statement, and they need to come out and they need to say, hey, look, we're sorry that the game is in the current state that it is. Ukes left, and that made a big hole in the company. We had to get a bunch of new people to work on this game, and we wanted to make sure that we had a game that you guys could play when we said we were going to release the game, and that was the goal from 2K. What we're going to do going forward is we're going to be having patch updates, okay, guys? We apologize for the state that it's in. We're going to do patch updates, and we're going to fix the issues that you guys are having with the games. We're going to make sure that My Career doesn't glitch where you can't load into it. We're going to make sure that you're able to play all the game modes that come on the disc. In fact, what we're going to do as a gesture of good faith, we are going to give you a bump in the night for free, or we're going to give you one of the other originals pack for free. And if you did buy it, we'll refund it to you, because that's how much we want you to trust us. This is a game franchise that we love. This is the game franchise that we poured our heart and soul into. We are tired. We've been working on this game forever. We got it done in time to get it shipped out, and we are sorry. We're going to have those patch updates. We're going to give you that free content, even drop some free arenas, some free whatever they want to drop. Just do it. Give us some stuff for free just because, goodwill. Be like, okay, we understand. We apologize. Because if you don't do something now, if you don't act now, this social media backlash, these videos like I'm making right now are going to come out. And people are going to see them, and they're going to not purchase it. When a game first launches, you have a certain window to capture that core audience and build that core audience for this game. After that, you're just going to get people that are going to wait for Black Friday, those Christmas discounts, those after New Year sales, those WrestleMania sales, and then they're going to buy the game, and they're going to play it. They're like, yeah, I only spent like $20 on it, so I'm not too upset. And that's the problem. That's not how this should be. The My Career stuff is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I like it. I really do. I think the original stuff is pretty awesome as well. But there are issues that are glaring issues that you can tell from the moment you put in the game. You can say, okay, something just doesn't look right here. Something is off. And you need to address this and say, you know what? We understand you guys aren't happy with the game, but this is why it is the way it is. Ukes left. We had to create a brand new team, and we're trying to make sure that we can make this up to you. We're going to release patches. We're going to release updates. We're going to fix this game to the state that you guys want it to be. We're going to give you the updates that you want. We know create a belt's a huge thing. We're putting that in the game. And I think that's just one of those big things that they need to do. Just come out, be honest with us, man. We don't need some like dumb PR answer. Or we don't need some silence and, oh yeah, if we just don't talk about it, maybe people will just forget about it. Like, I don't think so. I think it's at the current point where people are like, all right, at first I was like, maybe 2K can do this. Maybe they are the best. Maybe Visual Concepts. Yeah, maybe it'll be amazing without Ukes. But now people are looking at it and be like, well, Ukes is gone and this is the state of the game. Maybe Ukes was holding this game together. And you don't really know because 2K never says anything. And they don't publicly acknowledge any of this. So if they come out here and they just make a honest and bold statement saying, we're sorry, here's the issues, we want to make it right with you, here's some free content, let's go, moving forward, we apologize. We're going to have a My Career Fix day one, like this week, because we want you to play the My Career. We're going to fix on a bunch of other stuff, and we're going to make sure this game is right. So that's what I would do. We will see if they actually do that. I'm not sure that they will, but I hope they do. I really do, because if not, it's just a bad look for them. It's a bad look for them. And again, I'm not going to take anything away from 2K because I hate having to make a video like this when I actually like the people that work at 2K. Some of the people that work at 2K are solid people. Like Jinx is a solid dude. He's just a good person. But man, does it suck that the game is in the state that it is. And I would hate to see these people lose their jobs because I really like some of the people that work at 2K. It's like they're cool people. And they give me great opportunities. They let me check out their game. They let me record stuff. But I just can't sit back and be like, yeah, it's fine. You're overreacting. You can't release a game in the state that it is. You have to come out with some statement, some goodwill statement that says, bro, we're sorry. Here's what we're going to do to make it better. And going forward, hopefully you learn from these mistakes. I think there's pressure from WWE. There's pressure from the publishers. There's pressure from like the stockholders, all that stuff to get this game done. And when they finally got it done, they're like, we just got the game done in time so we could ship it out. But now it's going to look bad for them. Hopefully things change. Hopefully, they can come out with some sort of statement and make it better. But at this current point of me recording it, we got nothing. So anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to end it today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys do enjoy this, make sure you smash that like button. And as always, hopefully it keeps getting better. I'm TonyPizzaGuy. We'll see you in another video.